Thank you, Ms. Saxony. Now, the chairman and I, and Ms. Saxony, if you are still here, I'm opening it up for a second round because I want to really get to some real things that we can do. First of all, I want you to know that I've asked the staff on this committee, because you got to realize that our committee, this subcommittee, is the financial arm of the Agriculture Committee. There are things we can do. There's legislation that we can do as well. I am so proud of what Farm Credit is doing, and they are sort of like opening the door to something we've only been dimly aware, and that is the financial plight in and of itself and challenges that are facing our farmers and our rural communities. My ranking member, Austin, was just talking about this need, and we're going to go with that, and I want you to talk about that just a little more. And we can put that to Richie O'Neill, our chairman of Ways and Means, to get that legislation moving. I've asked our staff to look at two very important areas that we are glossing over. I mean, there is something going on that's causing so much anguish with our farmers that I think are contributing massively to this mental stress and suicides that we can do something about. The first one is the weather patterns. There's something going on where we have had back-to-back storms, fires, half of the West Coast, fires, lava spewing in Hawaii, back-to-back hurricanes and floods. They've caused massive damage. But here is the greatest damage. That greatest damage is that we in Washington failed immensely in getting the aid to them. And I am convinced that that played a role in the high suicide rate of our farmers. So one of the two things that I've asked our subcommittee to do is that we got experts, we have scientists, we have space programs where we have great knowledge of the universe, its past, its present. And yet, with the havoc that our weather patterns are causing our farmers, we have yet to get our scientists, our knowledge into this agricultural hearing and let them educate us and the farmers of what they know. And I'm hopeful that our staff, we got some great scientists out there. You got some great people on there. It's no politics in this, to whether there is climate change or whether it's not. I know one thing. We need to know what is happening out there so we can help our farmers prepare for the hurricane before the storm is raging. And I hope we can get that hearing. That will help everything. And the second thing is, we've got to do something more to set up what I think is an emergency contingency fund that is set up here in the federal government so that when the storms happen, and then you got to say, well, we'll get emergency aid down, and you're going to put it through the CR process, the appropriations, and it takes 2 or 3 years to even get the help down. Now, we need to do that, gentlemen. Now, if we do that, then we're serious. You can't do that. You don't have Farm Credit, bless their heart, they don't have as much money as we do. It is our response. Now, I've watched this television program, and I ask you to watch it maybe over the holidays. Our own Smithsonian Institute puts it together. It traces America's development. And it's called America in Color. It's with the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. You talk about challenges that our nation had, and at the center of those challenges was agriculture, whether it was the Dust Bowls, the boll weevils, everything, the Depression. We had magnificent leadership here in the federal government and Congress, in the White House, to respond. We're not doing that now. And so we want to really get to the bottom of it on that. And then the other fact that I'm so glad that many of you already mentioned was the beginning farmers. Our farmers, not only are they suffering, not only are they committing suicide, but the average age of the farmer is 60 years now. We're not nearly doing enough to get this new generation, younger generation, into agriculture. But we responded in a small way to show you what we did do. And in a bipartisan, democratic, Republican way, we got scholarships to the 1890 land grant African American colleges and universities. That's out the box. So I just wanted to lay that out. My staff is going to go to work and get these 2 hearings in here so we got so much advanced knowledge out there, even with our space program, to be able to help us. What's coming down the road so we can prepare for it? So I just wanted you to know that. And I have a couple other things, but I want to share my time here with Mr. Scott, who wants a second round as well.